Hi, darlings. I did a thing. Did you notice? Hey. Welcome back. My name's Liz. And if you're new here, hi. Hello, you found me. I am a makeup enthusiast and I like to do get ready with me's, and we just kind of chill and play with our makeup, and we're not perfect humans and we just do what we can do. So today I'm going to be trying some like newer to me products that I picked up and I've used a few times, and just kind of give you what my thoughts are. And yeah, so we're just gonna get in there. I did already moisturize and I did prime my face using the vitamin rich face base, which I'm getting. We got some good use happening there, and I'm almost out of the moisturizer I've been using, so that is exciting. Almost gone. A couple more uses and we'll be done. I don't think this lives up to the hype, but I do like it for underneath my makeup. It's the Glow Recipe Plump. I don't notice any plumping. Let's be real. I'm 36. I have normal skin with like dry patches. It's very like normal combo, just seasonally. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't notice that it matches my hair though. I love it. I love it. I wanted to change. I've wanted purple hair for a while. I chopped off like 8 or 9 inches of hair. It went from like dark and medium brown hair to like dark purple with light, and it'll lighten up a little bit on the ends as I like wash it. So pretty excited for that. And ooh, there's a bug in my coffee. Get out. Back it out. My coffee is bug free. Ugh. Yep. Today we're drinking stock coffee with a little bit of milk. All right, darlings, let's get in. So I found this new, like, I don't know if it's new, but it's definitely new to me. I've never seen this before. It's the Tarte Foundcealer. Have you ever heard of this? It's like a multitasking foundation. It's broad spectrum, SPF 20, and now all these lawsuits. I'm really curious if this foundation is going to stick around. So in case you missed it, there's like 2 or 3 ongoing lawsuits against makeup companies, surprise, surprise, for their claims surrounding SPF in the product. So for instance, like a foundation may say, lasts 12 hours, right? But the SPF in that is not lasting 12 hours. And if you're not educated in how SPF works, you're supposed to reapply like every couple of hours. So in order for you to like keep the SPF protection, you're supposed to apply every couple of hours. Well, in a foundation that lasts 12 hours, people are assuming that, oh, well, I'm protected for 12 hours because I have SPF in my face. Well, that's not how it works. It wears off, it stops being effective. You touch and you rub and you move and, so it doesn't work. But so there's a lot of lawsuits surrounding that kind of product right now. And this has SPF 20 in it. And I'm really curious if there's going to be some other, like more lawsuits that compound because of the information surrounding SPFs. So little tidbit, thought that was interesting. So we're going to use this. This is the shade 34N, I believe. I don't know. Yeah, medium neutral 34N. My skin's very like kind of neutral. Sometimes yellow. It's mostly, honestly, there's a little bit of yellow in there. So finding my appropriate foundation, I sometimes find it tricky, but this is a pretty good, it's a pretty good match. This is definitely more like my winter shade. Cause I'm in Tarte specifically, I am very neutral in the summertime. So, but if you look at my neck, it's a pretty good match to my neck. I'm just gonna rub it in just a little bit. See how thick this is? It is very thick on the skin. It's like I'm putting on a mask. My skin has been pretty cooperative lately, honestly. It's not always this cooperative, but lately it is. Let me go ahead and move my purple hair out of my way so that I don't get stuff all over it. But, okay. There we go. And I'm gonna use just a sponge. I feel like I've used this stuff a couple of times, and I feel like it's like putting a mask on. So I have like just natural lighting in front of me right now. I don't even have my ring light on. So it's just very natural lighting. It doesn't feel bad on the skin. I don't know if I'm the best person to ask about thick foundations because I don't use them that often. So like, I don't know about you, but like every foundation, unless it's like a BB cream or like a tinted moisturizer, ends up feeling heavy to me. Just because I'm not accustomed to using them all the time. So that's why I don't do a lot of foundation reviews and that kind of thing on my channel. Just because one, I don't try a lot of, foundations. I don't use them that fast. I know, like, oh my gosh, what's her name? Like, is it Madison? The girl who does like all of like the 10 pumps of foundation and then like smears it over her face. Does anybody else cringe when you watch that kind of thing? Like for me, I'm like, I can feel my butthole pucker. Like it's like a whole thing. I'm like, oh my God, that is not for me. I don't know if you know Allie Dawson or if you're like familiar with her channel, but I watched her do like that technique. It's like she, the girl, I'm so sorry, I can't remember her name. I watched her do like a video trying that technique the other day, and like her reactions, I feel are on par with what mine would be. It was just like painful to watch. Okay, so I feel like this has gone on really nice. I do have rosacea, and it's not like crazy red, but if you saw before, like I do have a little bit of redness in my cheeks naturally. It did an okay job covering that. I would say like this is probably a medium buildable foundation. If I was gonna, guess. I'm not sure what they have it listed on their site, but I could see this building up to full, but it feels heavy to me. It almost feels like a concealer on the skin. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like a concealer, like almost like Shape Tape, which makes sense because it is a found sealer, so it is like a hybrid product. I think you could probably take this under your eye if you didn't want to use like another product. If you didn't want to use a concealer, you could probably just take this all the way up under your eye and set it, and it would be like fine. You know what I mean? Like as long as you don't like have huge bags. But if you have huge bags anyway, then you should probably be using some kind of color corrector instead of doing that. So I am using my Shape Tape. This is in 29 neutral. Yeah. So I'm using my Shape Tape. I'm trying to give all of the products in my collection some usage because I am very much that bitch that will use the same products over and over and over again. Like every get ready with me will be the same products over and over until I get to the end of them. And then I will do that. If you notice I am using my fingers, I like to use my fingers to like kind of melt it. And then I'll go over with a beauty sponge and I will blend it out. Sometimes I do this with my concealer brush and then use my finger at the end. But I do like using my finger. I am not one of those people who likes to put concealer, like all over every surface of their face. I don't like to do that. But to each their own. I live in Florida and it gets really humid and it gets really hot, and I honestly cannot be bothered. I can't be bothered. So, man, I remember the first time I tried Shape Tape. Like I was really new to concealer and I was like, oh my God, this is like the best thing under the sun. And then I started trying others, and honestly, I still go back to Shape Tape because I do like it. So, all right, don't mind my eye boogies. They're in there. So I am doing this into the camera, but I like that. I think the color combo actually, it's a good balance. Like it's bright enough to where it like looks brightening to me, but yeah, I'm not mad at that. All right, we're gonna let that sit for a minute, and am I gonna use a cream? No, I'm gonna use a cream bronzer today. Okay, friends, this has been hyped up. This is the Makeup Revolution cream bronzer, and this one's in medium. This has been hyped up all over the internet by several influencers I follow, and I saw it at Target and it was in stock. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. It's not very expensive. Friends, maybe it's my inexperience, But I've only used, I don't know, maybe 4 cream bronzers, maybe 4 ever, okay? I don't know that I love this. I feel like my makeup ends up turning out, but I don't enjoy the journey getting there. Does that make sense? So I have tried applying this a few different ways. I've tried applying it with my finger and blending it out with a brush. I've tried blending it out with my finger. And I find that just like a little bit goes a long way. So far, I don't love it. It feels really creamy, but it does feel like it gets really muddy. So see how it's kind of this one's cool toned? I actually think this is good for sculpting the color, but I don't love it for by itself. Like I feel like I need another bronzer. And we'll just put a little on the sides so we can sculpt the nose just a little bit, because I don't do a lot of that kind of shaping, like sculpting. I think I'm gonna use my beauty sponge today. I don't know where this one came from. I don't know where it's from, but it's very soft. I'm just gonna use it like this because I have not loved this, however I've put it on. So it's okay for the price. It's like, I think for the price it's probably decent, but I don't know. I've used it with a brush. I found it got really muddy. Like when I used it with a brush, I found that my face just looked muddy. And I was like, is this me? Am I the problem? I don't think I'm the problem. Because I was just doing the same things I always do. But we're going to try with a sponge today and see if that's any better. Because like, yeah, I guess it's a little better. I don't know. I just felt like it made me, see where my under eyes are creasing. You know, if you have creases, it's going to crease. And I absolutely have creases because I'm older. I'm not some young whippersnapper in my 20s any longer. I am a real human with real creasy things. I usually actually try not to bring my concealer up this high. I like to leave the lower part. See where that crease is right there? I like to leave that alone. Like I don't like to put my concealer up. Like that's like the end point, you know? But honestly, I forgot how creamy Shape Tape is and like how far it spreads. Sounds like a disease. Okay, I think I'm gonna bake my under eyes today because my face feels a little bit not what I'm used to. So I'm gonna try a new powder to me. So if you were here for my declutter, like you know that I got like rid of a bunch of stuff, but I kept this little Bare Minerals, it's called the Mineral Veil setting powder because I really wanted to try it. And I think I'm gonna try that technique. So I saw a technique where you take a little bit of pressed setting powder and you put it on your under eye. You just kind of dust it over. I'm gonna use this Real Techniques brush to do that, which by the way, I'm really liking this for setting powder. This is like their 402 and it says setting brush. And I never used it for that before. I used to use it to blow out my, eyeshadow like up here to like blend it out. But I've been using it for its intended purpose. I actually really like it for that. So I am just gonna tap this under, but my face feels a little bit, I don't know. I don't know if I wanna feel this tacky. Like it hasn't set down yet, so I don't know. But I wanna try this Bare Minerals Veil. So I think I'm gonna put that on my under eyes and like, not like a full bake, but like, fuck it, let's full bake. We haven't done that in a while. So it has like a peachy color to it, which might be good if you have dark circles. But I'm gonna tap this under because I'm just gonna press it into the skin. I am gonna go ahead and do my eyeshadow, which I normally do first. And then we'll brush off like the excess. But I am gonna try a palette that I've only used once on my channel. So we're gonna let this sit and we're just gonna, yeah, there we go. Cool. We're just gonna let that sit. I don't really know if I need it up on my nose that far, but we're just gonna let that sit there for a while and do its thing. It's really smooth, it's really messy. So it has like, see that right there? Like these little, I find that when like the dispersing device is kind of like this, I find that I just feel like it's so messy, like it's really dusty and I don't know. Okay, so today I'm going to use the Beauté Paletteopoly palette. I used this palette once only so far, and I really liked the look that I created with it, so I figured that I might just recreate that look today. I do have purple hair, but it doesn't mean I have to have purple eyeshadow, friends. This color, just look at this. It's so pretty. It's really pretty. Part of me is tempted to do like a bubblegum pink, but we'll see. I think I'm gonna start with this color here because I haven't used this one yet. And let me just wipe off my brush because I need to wash my makeup brushes. So I'm just gonna ask that you not judge too harshly today because I definitely need to wash my makeup brushes. Still feel really tacky. I really wanna itch right here. I have an itchy spot. Okay, so I'm gonna use this shade that's called Mullet, which is kind of like a pinky brown. It's a good transition color. You notice the staining on my eyes? I did have staining from the shades that I used yesterday. So I did a lot of like the pink shades, specifically this shade here, Vogue, as like my transition. And it did stain. So I've noticed that with Ace Beauté. Like I like the products I've used from them, but I do notice some staining. So, I mean, that blends out nicely though. So that's cool. I kind of want to do a halo eye. I've been feeling that lately. Look, you can see the powder in my eyelashes. It's so funny. And I am going to use a strip lash today, but I'm not sure which one. I have to go and raid my stash and see what I have, because I don't have that many strip lashes right now. I have killed the pairs that I have, and I have a few fancier ones like the Lily lashes, but I don't really want to use my expensive ones for like day-to-day wear. I don't mind using my makeup that way, but lashes are like an extra luxury for me. Like I don't know that I need to use them every day, but since I had my son Levi, my lashes are not as full as they used to be. So interesting hormonal development. So we just kind of go with it. Okay, I'm liking that. So I kind of want to use the shade Macarena. Hey, Macarena. And I'm going to create like that halo shape. And that's what we're going to do. There's so many new makeup releases right now. I'm just kind of like putting blinders on. Like I don't want to see. I don't want to know. I did pick up the Muse palette from Cosmic Brushes. I got the pre-order, so I was not, ooh, that was a whole thing. That palette sold out in under 2 minutes. I was on their site hitting refresh like at noon. I had it in my cart and was checking out. Well, that's pretty. This is pretty. Look at pigmented it is. So I had it in my cart and I was checking out, and it kicked me out and said that it was sold out. So luck of the draw. I did what I could, but I did not end up getting it. But they opened a pre-order like almost immediately. And so I was able to pick it up on the pre-order. So I'm gonna do that. I am just leaving like this part of my lid clear, and just working that color. Like I like to put it above my crease because I have hooded eyes, you know, so you can actually see it. So, and then I'm just gonna blend the edge of that just a little bit. So, and I do have a mirror here beside me, but I am trying to do it in the camera for you friends because, you know, if you're at home, it's nice being able to actually like see what the person's doing instead of like this, you know? So, but man, what a year for makeup releases already. Like Nomad's had a release. Cosmic Brushes has like that stunning color story, OMG. By the way, my friend Alicia Budget Beauty managed to get one of those, the Cosmic Brushes. So if you end up wanting to see it, whenever she gets it, she'll post a review because she's so good like that. So shout out to her, and I will link her channel below. But yeah, it's really beautiful. Firstly, I love how my complexion is looking today. I'm trying to just kind of keep this color tame because I wasn't sure, but I think this is coming out really pretty so far. I'm digging this. that color Mullet, it's kind of like unsuspecting. It's a really beautiful, just like transition shade. I'm here for this. I did not prime my eyes because I don't want to. And I think that's a good enough reason for me. So, yeah, but if you prime your eyes, good for you. Love that journey for you. So, man, the Super Bowl has come and gone. I feel like it's been forever, friends. Like, so much has happened. Super Bowl is come and gone. Rihanna announced that she is pregnant. She's the prettiest pregnant person like ever. Like she just absolutely kills it. Okay, I'm gonna take like a little, actually I'm just gonna wipe that same brush off and I'm just gonna like soften the edges of that color a little bit, and then I'm gonna add some glitter glue and we're gonna put on some sparkles, and I don't know what color. Oh, I have an idea. Okay, so let's just soften that up just a little bit so it's not like so much. Oh, all right, friends. Levi is awake, so you will hear him in the background, wandering around playing, being his best little guy self. So lately he has not been napping at all. And that's real frustrating. So, all right, I think this is probably good. I don't want to diffuse it too much, but it's not perfect, but neither am I, and that's okay. So, all right, let's grab my NYX glitter glue because she is my tried and true ride or die bitch. I use like the tiniest amount of this. To try not to get it in your eyelashes. I just happened to because I wasn't being careful. You want to sit? Okay, come here. Come here, you can come sit next to mommy. Okay, so I'm going to go into the Paletteopoly palette and I'm going to pick, should we go purple or should we go, I kind of want to go do this like gold color here. Ooh, tempting. I will say, by the way, that these two shades are really similar on the eye. I did use both of them yesterday, and they're very similar on the eye. They probably could have like changed one of them to be a little lighter or something, but whatever. So I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to put on this shade Scrunchy. It's like this yellowy gold, but it's very bright. Like, see that? It foils like, whoo, hoocha. Here we go. And if you have nutsack textured eyes like I do, welcome to the club. Hello, friends. We are part of the Testy Eye Committee. Oh my goodness, yeah. That color though. It kind of does have like this texture on it. It's not just like a flat metallic or anything. It does have like this texture, which I think is actually really like nice, but trust the process, friends, okay? Trust the process. It looks a little crazy right now. All right, so we're gonna grab another color. I think I'm gonna grab one of these pink colors. I kind of want to grab, the blue is tempting, but let me go ahead and grab like this pink, and we're gonna put this on the outer edges. Thank you, sir. I did try applying these with a brush, and I did not like how the shadow packed on. So it could just be the brush I was using. It wasn't like a dense brush or anything. It was just like an eyeshadow brush. But, oh yeah. What a fun color. It's like bubblegum pink. Ooh. It's called Fashion. I'm just putting that on the outside. Yeah. I like to put the center lid color on first, and here's why, okay? When I put shadow like on the sides, I have a tendency to like cover that center part instead of leaving it blank, and then I don't usually get as vibrant of a like brightness that I want from that center lid when I do that, when I do the other, like the outside colors first. So I just like to do this, and then I can cover that lighter color and blend it like the seams together. So it's not quite so harsh, you know, like you blend the colors together, and that's so pretty. Okay. You say, sorry, my camera's a little like crooked, but I'm feeling myself. It's definitely going to be a lashes kind of day. It just is. Like, all right. So I'm going to take this brush, which is what this Cliona brush, which is what I used for that burgundy color. And I'm not going to add anything additional to the brush. And I'm just going to sweep that color under the eye a little bit. Just sweep it. I'm not adding any additional product. I don't like my under eyes to be garish. Sometimes I feel like when influencers do makeup, they have a tendency to like make the cover their under eyes. And I guess I just don't know if I like that look on me. Sometimes it looks really pretty on others, but you know, like the ring, you know what I'm talking about? Like the ring around the thing. I don't know. Are you picking up what I'm laying down? I don't know. Okay. So I think that looks really nice. Let's go ahead and do blush, and let's go ahead and brush off the additional product. I don't feel like I had a lot of fallout from that eyeshadow palette, so that's awesome. I was expecting to have more fallout than I did, especially with that magenta color, because sometimes I find that reddy browns like do that. But yeah, let's go ahead and brush the setting powder off. I really like how my skin looks. It looks like flawless. I'm digging this. Okay. I'm just using like a blush brush because I am going to use this blush for, blush. We are going to try a pink blush today. So I have this Ofra Cosmetics Blushful palette, and I've had this for a long time. And I've used most of the shades in here, or like dipped in and made like a combo. But I kind of want to use this blush. I don't know that I want to use it by itself because that's a little scary to me. I don't know about you. This Cliona brush is a little bit dense for a blush, but we're going to try. I like my blush brushes to be a little bit like less dense for this, but let's put it on. I like to put my blush like up here near my temple and bring it down like near the corner of my eye here, but okay. All right, darlings. Sorry, we lost ProRes. I ran out of memory for ProRes. So hopefully this video quality from this point on is okay. Because it's been a while since I've tried to make a recording. I think that looks so pretty on just by itself. It looks really intimidating, like in the pan. To me, that looks intimidating. But like on the skin though, I am not usually one who gravitates towards this kind of a color. I just like to put a little bit on my nose right here too. Not too much, just a little bit. I don't like a sunburn nose. I like a, oh, she's flushed nose. But that looks so pretty on, and it blended really nicely. Okay, that's cute. Hey, Levi, can we trade brushes? I want to put some bronzer on. Here, you want to trade? You got my bronzer brush. Here you go. You take that one. Thank you. All right, I am going to just use my usual Charlotte Tilbury. Look at that pan. So satisfying. I am just trying not to break it though, because this, it's like, see all the cracks? It's so prone to breaking. Like, okay, smooth that hair. But this is my go-to for like daily, like using a, this brush is damp and I really hope it's not because he put it in his mouth. Weird. This is my go-to. This is my chicken cutlet. That's what I call it. I like to season my chicken cutlet. Listen, I'm not looking for contour miracles, friends. I'm just looking to be a little bit cute. Yep, we dig this. Okay. Mama. Hi, baby. All right, so I am going to use, I got this highlighter at Ulta Beauty. Look how pretty it is. It's by JCAT Beauty, and my Ulta doesn't have them in store, but they do have them like on their like app. Look how pretty this is. It's a baked highlighter. I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about it. Let me just brush off that setting powder brush. I'm gonna use that one. Hi, my baby.
What is that?
Uh-huh. Like, it's so pretty, but I'm just like, not too much, I guess. But on the skin, it's just like subtle and pretty. Like, I might actually highlight again if this is the kind of baddie I'm after. I don't always want to look like an alien slut, as Teresa's dad would say, but sometimes I do. But I don't think you're going to get alien slut from this, but you definitely get coquettish, but dainty and pretty and demure. I don't know. We're not alien slut, but we're giving, oh dang, she's cute, and I like this. Okay. I'm going to take kind of a smaller brush, though, because I do... Listen, friends, if we're going to go full 2016, let's just fucking go to full 2016. Uh-huh. We're going to add some of that to my brow bone. Cause yes. Levi. Levi. Oh, yes. Look at me. I am full 2016 glowy asshole. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and finish up my eyes, and then we'll come back and we'll do lips. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to finish up my eyes, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do lips, and then we're just going to, wrap it up. All right, darlings, we are back. The eyes are done. I ended up putting on a pair of the Michaela lashes from the Part 2 collection. These in Daydreamer. Not my favorite lashes. They get the job done, but this is like the 4th time using them, and the bands are getting a little bit hard to work with, so I don't know if I love them. But they look really cute on, right? Like, it's amazing how lashes will just bring like an eye look together. I'm also wearing one of the Adept Cosmetics liquid eyeliners in the shade Lieutenant Barclay on my waterline. Don't know if these are, thank you. Don't know if these are approved for waterline use, but I've been using them there. So, and then the Lights Camera Ready Lights Camera Lashes mascara. I don't love this, but it does a good job on the lower lash line. I just don't feel like it gives me the lift or the volume that I want from my top lash line. So, but it gets the job done for lowers just fine. So I think, thanks, sir. Don't mind Levi. He's just going to be crazy from now on. I'm sorry if that's disturbing, but parenthood, what do you do? So I'm going to use this color here. This is from the Hocus Pocus collection, the second one, I believe. No, the first one, I'm sorry. This is the Lucky Rat Tail Lippy Pencil. Okay, cool. So I am going to use this to line my lips. Yes, love. Often line my lips, but I feel like I'm using a liquid liner today that I'm unsure about, so I am going to try today. And I do usually line my lips with reds, so. Not perfect. We are flawed, and that is okay. Okay. I think that's going to be okay. We're going to use the shade Heathers from the ABH. So it's called Heathers. I've had it for a while. I thought it'd be a pretty color to use, but I'm not sure like how it's going to go with this lip liner because I've never used it. So let's see. Oh, that works. It's darker than the lip liner, which is not ideal, but at least it gives me a good outline, you know, so.
Mama.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mama.
This is hard to do into the camera. OMG. Here we go. Right. Oh, it feels really nice. Yes, Lila. Okay, let me clean that up and I will be right back. All right, darlings, lipstick is cleaned up. Honestly, I could have done without the lip liner. The applicator on this was easy enough to use that I didn't really need one. And it doesn't seem to be bleeding anywhere, which is great. Like color bleeding. But yeah, I'm digging this. It kind of has the feeling like this formula doesn't feel the most flexible. So I'm kind of thinking that it may not wear very well over the course of the day, but who knows? I'm not familiar with their formula. I think maybe I've used one other one. So we'll see how this does. But so far, I think the color is gorgeous. I love a red lipstick. And this is like a burgundy moment. So here for that. Yeah, we're all done. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I just like playing with makeup. So if that's your vibe, if you just want to chill, then please subscribe. And drop likes and whatever other YouTube crap that, you know, to stay relevant in the algorithm. But I do want to give a shout out real quick. I don't do a lot with fragrance. I'm not somebody who claims to be a fragrance guru. I don't know shit about that. But right now, I smell like earthy cookies and I am here for it. So this one right here by Atelier, this is the Vanilla Incense. I smell good as fuck right now. I like this. I've almost used the whole sample. I would definitely buy a whole bottle of this. This is right up my alley. So I don't know. If you like vanilla, you may really like that one, but I know it's bougie. It is bougie as fuck, but it smells good as hell. So thank you for being here today. If you made it this far, please leave me some purple emojis in honor of the purple hair, which is mine, by the way. It's not a wig. It's all me. And thank you for watching, and I love your beautiful faces, and I will see you next time. Hey, love, so I wanted to give an update for the makeup, okay? Because it's been like 3.5 hours or so since I finished doing my makeup. So I wanted to show you a couple things. One, the foundation, where I set the foundation, it looks really good, okay? Where I didn't set the foundation, like on my forehead, it set down. Oh, Levi, stop biting me. It set down, and then it got like gross. So FYI, this foundation absolutely has to be set. Two, this is how the lipstick wore. It did not wear well. This is after lunch, so it is still on, but you see what I mean? Like it's kind of has that cracking, flaking look. But I wanted to give this update because I haven't finished editing yet, so here we are. But yeah, so definitely this foundation, this Foundcealer, definitely has to be set down in my opinion. If you have normal or like oily, even normal skin, if you have oily skin, absolutely. Because my forehead has a tendency to get oily and it is like a grease ball right now. So anyway,